Hey guys, so I had a pretty interesting one this morning. A guy came in with a '02 Toyota Tundra. Said he had to do a body swap on it because his frame was shot. In the process of replacing the frame, and all the brake lines were cut. So front brakes, rear brakes, all the brake lines were cut. He drove it here. So, 2002 Toyota Tundra. Now I got to try to figure, well, I could get it in the garage. He asked me if I could just do the brake lines. I said, yeah. He goes, well, I really don't want to replace anything else right now if I don't have to, just the brake lines. I said, well, you know, I can't guarantee any of that. I mean, could be fighting with fittings for hours and hours if they even come off. So I'm going to try to finagle this in the garage, put something down on the floor so it'll stop, so I don't run into nothing like my table or wall, and just kind of go over this, see what all it needs. I don't know for sure where the lines were cut or which ones, I don't know. So I'm going to get this in here and then we'll check it out real quick. Alright, so I got it inside and up in the air. From the looks of it, all those lines are good. They run all the way over to the ABS unit. Passenger side. So what they had going on here, like this line is cut. That one just went here. They cut the rubber hoses. So they got the one from the donor truck. Rubber hose from this one. These fittings. And these bleeders are not going to be fun. This one's not that bad. This one will be, I might be able to get that fairly easy. These down here are the ones that are going to be a nightmare. The soft line. Going to get new soft lines, obviously. Hopefully I can get this one out so that I don't have to mess with this. So get this out of the soft line, new soft line. We'll see. The driver's side, a little bit, I guess worse you could say. So obviously soft lines. That one's gonna come off. Again, that's gonna be fun to get off. This isn't focusing very well. Those aren't gonna be fun. Not going to be fun. And then there's 3 lines cut. So I don't know. I'll have to kind of trace them. This one of these goes to this here. I don't know, does it have 2 lines that go back? Somewhere along the line, the back one's cut, obviously, so I assume it's one of these. I just have to trace them back off the ABS unit, off the top, and then go from there. But this is going to be a fight. We got all sorts of stuff. Breather. Some kind of hose dangly thingy. But this is going to be a few day project because I got to wait for all the parts. The fittings, I don't know if they even have them in stock. Probably take a couple days. But I'm not going to do it right now. Well, not in the video, but I'll make more. I'm going to start cleaning all these up. Cleaning the lines up, cleaning the fittings up. heat them like crazy and hopefully start cracking them loose. And just start tracing the lines, see if I can figure out which one's rear, which one's front, which one's the third. Where did the third come from? We only got one here. So we'll have to see. So I'm gonna start tracing lines, soaking stuff, wire brushing everything, torch, see if I can crack them loose. You never know. And then I don't even want to look at the rest of this truck. I only got to deal with brakes. I don't got to deal with nothing else on this thing. So obviously it hasn't been driven in a while. Or okay, it's been driven. Brakes haven't been working in a long time. It does actually have pretty good brake pads. All right, I'm gonna start tracing and working. I think I got the right line ordered. I just got a roll of it and all the fittings. I'll just bend it up and flare everything myself. But I'm gonna get into this and we'll see how much of a fight it is. So just follow along for the progress through tonight, tomorrow, next day. If I got other customers coming in, or when I got customers coming in, I'll throw the tires back on this thing and roll her back outside. Get the customer stuff done, bring her back in. So this isn't a big deal for me. So nobody else will touch it for him. He already told me that. So I'm gonna try to figure it out for him if I can. So alrighty, talk to you guys later. Bye. So I guess first things first would be to get all these fittings cleaned up and soaking. Gotta get in there. And these bleeders look terrible. Well, at least I can see threads now. That's a bonus. Get all these soaking. Now I'll probably end up using, when I actually heat them, to try to start breaking them, I will use wax, because I have had nothing but good luck with that the last few vehicles I've worked on rusty bolts. Pops it right out. I love that stuff. So I got her soaking. Let it soak for a while. I'm gonna go do the other side real quick, and I'll just clean that up, and then I'll come back later, maybe show you if these are coming loose or not. I'm not even kidding you. A little bit of heat. And I put some wax on them. They did break loose. Top two here. A little bit more wax. They're kind of sticking a little, but a little bit of wax in there. Melt it in. Smells good too. But they are coming loose. Work them. And somebody had asked in the comments on here on Facebook, why does this guy want to put so much money into this truck? It doesn't look like it's worth anything. It's worth more than the truck. Well, it's really not going to cost him that much. Gotta remember, my labor is only $60 an hour. So that one's coming out. I'm making all the lines myself. So obviously, I mean, time, but probably would have been cheaper to just buy them in sticks. Oh yeah. Get it there. So they're like kind of. You gotta remember, I wanted to save these lines, so I had to be careful not to twist the line off. But they broke loose. Ain't no kidding. So I'll actually, when I do the bleeder, the bottom line down here, this one I think is going to be the hardest one. I'll try to get a video of that, the process, because I would be able to set up the camera a little bit better. So we'll see. Alright, so an update. I did get all the brake lines, all the fittings, and even the bleeders broke loose on the front. All of them are good. I was going to do a video of this side, the process of doing it. A lot of heat, a lot of wax. It wasn't too bad, really. Was going to do a video, but I had too many interruptions. Tried to do a video, but people stopping and talking or getting quotes or whatever. So I just kind of scrapped the idea, deleted the videos because there was just too many interruptions. So now I'm just going to throw the wheels on. I did all this yesterday. Figured out where all the lines go that were cut on that side, and got an idea of what the guy actually wants me to do for the rear, because he wants me to bypass the rear ABS little splitter unit back on the frame. So I gotta hurry up and get the wheels on the front of this, jump in the back, try to get those bleeders cracked loose quick, and then I gotta get this thing out of here because I won't be able to finish up with it probably until Saturday. I'm waiting on some tools and some more parts. Parts store didn't have enough of what I needed, so I'm waiting. It'll probably be Friday afternoon, Saturday, when I actually start bending lines and flaring everything and putting everything back together. So I will get back into it then. Hopefully these rear bleeders break loose. Those are probably going to be the worst out of all of them. Who knows? Maybe not. The guy said that the brakes were pretty new on it when he got the frame, which I found out today was 10 years ago. This thing hasn't had brakes in 10 years. So, or hasn't moved. I mean, the guy he bought it from took it off. He, you know, who knows how long ago, and then he bought the frame. So, all right, I'm gonna get back into this. I got a lot of other stuff to do. I gotta get this thing out of here, make room, and then get some of my stuff done, and then got people coming. So, alrighty, we'll see you in just a little bit. Hey guys, well, I'm back with the body swap Toyota. This thing's been, well, waiting for parts, waiting for tools. I broke a tool, ended up ordering one. That took 4 days longer than it was supposed to get here. I was able to, well, it was easy enough. I did get all the brake lines done. Soft lines, new lines running to the back, front, line to the ABS unit over there. All done. And last night I hopped in it hopped under it to start bleeding brakes. And I was getting nothing but air. And I wasn't even thinking about it, honestly. The master cylinder, obviously, goes there. All brake lines were cut off, but it still had fluid. Never even thought of it. So I went to bleed the brakes, nothing. Nothing was moving in here. Level never went down. But look at this. I don't know if you could see the separation. Maybe this way. Yeah, there's like chunks in it. So, I'm getting no fluid out of this at all. So I'm going to take it apart, try to get the fluid out of it. There's a filter inside here you can't get into. Try to get the filter out, clean this up, try to run something in it to, who knows, I don't know. And then bench bleed this like crazy. It is moving. It's not locked up. It's moving free. So I'm thinking just something got clogged up in there. Let's see if I can get it cleaned out, blown out. Fresh brake fluid, and go from there. We'll see. So I was able to get this little filter thing out. Kind of a pain in the butt, actually. I had to use a little tiny screwdriver and a pick. But maybe now you can see better. But just the gunk in here. Dirty. So, finish getting this cleaned out. Spray it up good with some brake cleaner. Double check to make sure the ports aren't clogged. And get some fresh fluid in it. And get it on the vise and brake bleed it. Or bench bleed it. If you don't know how to do that, just plug the 2 holes where your lines go. And push on the rod. Build pressure, let off. One at a time. Build pressure, let off. Build pressure, let off. Once you're getting good solid flow, put it back in the vehicle, hook up the lines, and hopefully if this thing starts circulating, I can at least let the lines start gravity bleeding, because you got all fresh new lines everywhere. You got to get the oil in down there. So gravity bleed for an hour or so, and well, it shouldn't be that long. So we'll see. I'll get into it, see if I can even save this. I haven't seen the customer. He never gave me his number, and he hasn't called. He said he was going to come Monday. It's Wednesday. So I can't even get a hold of him in case this is bad. Gotta wait for him to stop. Look at this lovely stuff. Yucky. Like 3 days in a row with junk weather. So if it is bad, he needs a new one. It's not cheap. And I can't know until he stops. So a few updates in here. Oh, I even got TV in here. But trying to decorate. I'm running out of idea. I don't eat too much space. I need more stuff. Signs, flags, street signs. I got a whole bunch of. I got some signs. Whole bunch of license plates I'm going to start putting up, but I just can't decide. I don't know where I want to put them. You know, give me some ideas. So anyway, I'm going to get back to this, see if I can get this thing cleaned up. Alright, so I got updates. Cleaned all this out. I actually took the reservoir off. Cleaned it all out real good. Cleaned all the ports. Cleaned everything inside. Put it all back together. New fluid. Tried doing a bleed. It's building absolutely no pressure. The seals inside are shot. So, now, can't get a hold of the customer. They don't have a phone number. And I don't know if he wants me to order a $240 part, because he said he only wanted brake lines done. Well, obviously can't bleed the brakes. So, I guess now we wait again. I thought maybe I could just get a rebuild kit for it, because it looks kind of easy to rebuild. Can't rebuild it. Or I can't find a kit. And I'll have to dig some more. Like I said, new part is 240 bucks. These are discontinued factory parts. So O'Reilly's it's 240. So now I wait. I guess, I don't know. Should I just order the part and throw it in? Charge him an extra. Well, I already got it off, so really 240, no labor involved really. So what do I do? You tell me. Alrighty guys, so it's time to get this crusty Toyota back out of my garage for like the third or fourth time. Now in my last video I said something about not knowing whether I should just throw a new master cylinder in it. Master's bad. No, I'm not going to. The guy did say when he brought it that he only wanted the brake lines done. He didn't want anything else replaced. So, and honestly, I was lucky that I was able to get all the brake lines, bleeders, everything broke loose without ruining anything else or having to replace calipers or anything else. These rims are kind of a pain in the butt. Hate this style lug nut. Now, and I also said in the last video that I have no way of getting a hold of this guy because he doesn't have a phone. He didn't leave a number. He's got my number. He uses the phone at the farm that he works on. He's pretty old school dude, farmer, logger type guy. Does all his own work. He just didn't have time to do this. And it was too cold out. So he asked me to do it. So even when he dropped the truck off, he had to walk to get a ride. So he couldn't call to get a ride. He never even asked to call. He never even asked to use my phone. But we're gonna get these off. So yeah, he only said he wanted the lines replaced. So I did that. The lines are done. A lot of time in this, so I don't want to rack up his bill anymore for him. And who knows, maybe he's got a master cylinder laying around. He's had this truck a long time. He said he's got a bunch of spare parts for it, so you never know. So I'm just gonna wait. Found out, I know who his sister is. She lives local, so I'm gonna try to talk to her tomorrow. See if she can get a hold of him for me. Let him know to either stop or call from the farm. And make things easier. See what he wants to do. So like I said in my last video, that master cylinder is like $240. Gasket, which you can't even get at a parts store. So I gotta make one for it. So it'd be like 250 bucks. And I just don't know if he wants to spend that. So, yeah. Now, I've read some other comments too. And I haven't been showing a lot of the jobs that I do because they're boring. Your typical brake job or anything. Well, there was a wheel bearing I should have done because that thing was a nightmare, but the struts, that's boring. I mean, if I start doing how-tos, maybe I'll do it. It just adds to the time it takes me to get the job done. Trying to video, set the camera up, stopping and starting all the time. Something goes wrong, you gotta start over. Wow. But reading comments, so like this truck, for example, that rusty Duramax I did, a lot of comments about how rusty they are. They're junk. It's junk. Scrap it. Well, around here, I mean, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota, the Rust Belt states, it does not take long for trucks to get rusty and crusty. Cars, I mean, you get 2-year-old, 3-year-old vehicles rusting already. The crap they put on the roads, especially the brines in towns, and the salt on the roads. But these old rusty, and a lot of, why put that kind of money into it? Just get something different. Wow. I mean, this guy's gonna have, well, minus the master, $450 for all it. That's cheaper than a new payment. And this thing runs great. Nothing to look at. Yeah, it's falling apart, but anyone needs liability insurance, not full coverage. So way cheaper to stick a little bit of money into a vehicle like this than buy a new one. That's just going to be rusty and crusty in a few years anyway. A couple winters, that's all it takes. But, so, I mean, a lot of you guys don't understand the Rust Belt stuff. I know you see videos. There's quite a few cool guys online that I even follow. Like Autotech Mike, Carl's Garage. Those guys are awesome when it comes to the Rust Belt videos. I might start doing something like that, I don't know. But, and I do like showing the rusty, crusty ones because they're more interesting. More fun to work on. Torching them, little tricks to get the stuff apart, beating them with a maul. You throw an 8-pound maul at something, it is kind of fun. Stress reliever. But I think I'm gonna get this thing out of here. Hopefully I get a hold of the guy tomorrow, because I was getting a little bit frustrated because I want it out of here. It's in the way. I'm gonna park it in a different spot because it was taking up the customer turnaround area. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see more like the how-to stuff or less interesting. I guess some people like that, so maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I haven't decided. You know, the car coming in tomorrow, that should be an interesting one. Getting pretty frustrated with that one, so you'll have to watch that one. It's my brother's car, so he gave me grief because I didn't do a video of the work I've done on it. I was like, it's got like a dozen people around, half a dozen people around, I don't want a video. So maybe tomorrow I'll do something a little different. That one's getting frustrating, so I'd like to take them all to it. But, alrighty guys, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I know the rusty, crusty stuff, yeah, it's not junk. These guys around here drive this stuff until they fall apart, literally. I've seen trucks nearly in half. I've fixed one, and it's still on the road today, luckily. Wood truck, that's a wood hauler. But anyway, yeah, drive them until they fall apart. It's better than a $500, $600, $700 truck payment, and it's better than $300, $400 insurance. So, alrighty guys, it was fun talking. Maybe I'll do something else later. I got a lot of, I don't know, maybe I'll start putting more stuff up on the walls. It's a pain in the butt. I don't like being on a ladder. I'm shaky on a ladder. But maybe I'll do something. I don't know. See you guys later. Thanks for chatting. Have a good one.